The top 10 most expensive fish in the world. Bluefin tuna ranks second. The winner is valued at a staggering $130 million per fish, and believe it or not, its waste is 10 times more valuable than gold. As one of the oldest and most diverse creatures on Earth, there are over 34,800 known fish species globally, accounting for more than half of all vertebrate species. Furthermore, nearly 250 new species are discovered every year. In this vast underwater world, the economic value of the fish market is equally astonishing. In 2023, the global seafood market size reached $358.68 billion. It is expected to grow to $837.17 billion by 2032, with a compound annual growth rate of 10.14%. However, within this massive market, some fish possess values far beyond the average person's imagination. A single fish can cost as much as several $million. Today, join us at Journey Journals as we explore the 10 most expensive sky-high-priced fish in the world. In the minds of many people, the size of freshwater fish is quite ordinary, like the carp on your dinner table or the fish in an aquarium. However, the Mekong giant catfish completely shatters that impression, to the point where rumors say this giant catfish will actually put humans on its menu. But is this actually true or just a myth? The Mekong giant catfish is primarily distributed in the Mekong River basin of Southeast Asia and is hailed as the king of freshwater. Compared to other freshwater fish, their growth rate is simply incredible, reaching up to 3 meters in length and weighing up to 350 kilograms, comparable to the size of a small sedan. With such a massive body, it seems they could indeed easily turn a human into a midday snack. But what you might not know is that the scientific name for the Mekong giant catfish means giant toothless ray. When young, these fish have teeth and are carnivorous. They will even resort to cannibalism. But at that stage, they pose no threat to humans. By the time they reach adulthood, their teeth have completely fallen out. They feed primarily on plankton, so naturally they have no interest in eating people in the wild. The daily intake of an adult Mekong giant catfish is truly tongue-tying. This also causes subtle changes in the food chain of its habitat. They mainly feed on aquatic plankton and plants. This diet allows them to play a vital role within the ecosystem. Acting as a sort of underwater scavenger, they help maintain water quality in the Mekong River, while serving an irreplaceable function in balancing the river's ecosystem. The history of the Mekong giant catfish can be traced back millions of years, making it a living fossil of freshwater ecosystems. But despite such a prestigious lineage, the Mekong giant catfish is facing a severe survival crisis. According to statistics over the past century, its population has plummeted by about 95%. It has even been listed as critically endangered by the IUCN. The reason the Mekong giant catfish faces such a predicament, aside from environmental changes, is primarily due to human hunters. Traditional fishermen regard it as the most precious trophy in the river. Catching a Mekong giant catfish is not just a challenge of strength and skill, but also a cultural and spiritual symbol. Among fishermen in many Southeast Asian countries, this fish is endowed with a sacred status because it feeds on plants and retreats into deep, rocky pools of the Mekong to meditate. This behavior is quite similar to Buddhist monks. They believe that catching one can bring good luck and a bountiful harvest. And precisely because of this, in a Bangkok restaurant, 1 kilogram of Mekong giant catfish can sell for as much as $10. This means the largest one could fetch up to $3,500. Initially, catching one of these giant fish was extremely difficult, but with the introduction of modern fishing techniques, fishermen no longer rely solely on traditional nets. Instead, they use more efficient methods to capture the giant catfish, which has had a devastating impact on its population. In response, many countries have already enacted relevant laws prohibiting the capture and trade of the Mekong giant catfish. In Vietnam, the maximum penalty for poachers can reach a personal fine of $88,000 and 15 years in prison. However, the high profits still drive poachers to take the risk. In the depths of the ocean, there hides a fish that captivates countless divers and collectors alike. It is neither a fierce predator, nor does it command respect with its massive size. It is known for its stunning colors and extreme rarity, earning it the title of ocean jewel on the market. This is the Neptune Grouper. What is truly unbelievable is that a single Neptune Grouper can fetch a price as high as $6,000, while its body length is typically only 20 to 30 centimeters. So what exactly makes this fish so expensive? The Neptune Grouper belongs to the grouper family. It is distributed in the tropical deep sea regions from the western Pacific to the Indian Ocean, typically inhabiting depths of 80 to 250 meters, in this place where sunlight can barely reach. The Neptune Grouper stands out with its gorgeous stripes of red, yellow, and pink. This stunning appearance in the natural world was originally for camouflage or mating, but on the market, it has become one of the assets behind its high price. However, the price of the Neptune Grouper does not just come from its appearance. Its rarity is the key factor driving up its value. Due to its deep water habitat, catching a Neptune Grouper requires professional deep-sea fishing equipment and experienced divers. Even with specialized deep-sea trapping devices, the success rate is extremely low. Furthermore, the Neptune Grouper is extremely sensitive to environmental changes. Once it leaves its deep-sea environment, it can easily die from pressure changes. This makes the transportation process from the ocean to the aquarium even more complex and costly. Collectors must use special decompression chambers, allowing the fish to gradually acclimate to the shallow water environment to ensure its survival. Because of this, every Neptune Grouper that successfully reaches the market is backed by a hefty investment and a great deal of luck. The Neptune Groupers available for purchase on the market mostly come from the Philippines, Japan, and the deep-sea areas near some Pacific islands. These places have suitable temperatures and ecological environments, making them important habitats for the Neptune Grouper's survival. However, even in these areas, the number of Neptune Groupers is extremely limited. Studies show that in specific deep-sea regions, a fishing team might need to work continuously for several weeks just to catch a few healthy individuals, since overfishing could threaten the species. Countries generally have strict quotas on the capture of Neptune Groupers. This undoubtedly further increases its scarcity. In some circles of wealthy aquarium enthusiasts, owning a Neptune Grouper is not just a display of aesthetic taste, but also a symbol of status and wealth. To meet the demands of these high-end clients, some aquariums even offer bespoke services, from capture and transportation to the design of the aquarium tank. The entire process is tailored to create an exclusive experience for the buyer. However, for environmentalists, behind the high price of the Neptune Grouper lies a problem that cannot be ignored due to the extreme difficulty of catching them. Illegal fishing activities occur from time to time, posing a definite threat to the ecological balance of their habitats. At the same time, during the transportation process, the high mortality rate of the Neptune Grouper has also sparked controversies regarding animal welfare. If you are seeing this fish for the first time, you might easily mistake it for a common goldfish. As a juvenile, its entire body is a brilliant golden yellow, with only the fins and their surrounding areas displaying a translucent purple. However, it is actually a type of basslet, commonly known as the golden basslet. It is often dubbed the ghost queen of Cuba. The golden basslet is an exceptionally rare species of small marine fish. It primarily inhabits the Caribbean region, particularly within the coral reef systems off the coast of Cuba. The golden basslet has a compact body size, with adults typically measuring only 6 to 8 centimeters in length. Its body showcases a stunning gradient of golden yellow and purple, resembling an exquisite piece of fine art. The purple hues are concentrated on the head and back, while the rest of the body radiates a golden glow. In the murky depths of the deep sea, such coloration may serve as a form of camouflage, helping them blend into the surrounding coral backdrop. However, once discovered by humans, its colors become an incredibly attractive selling point for those seeking the unique and the extraordinary, namely aquarium enthusiasts and collectors. Such a fish is more than just a living creature. It is more like a living masterpiece. In the global tropical fish market, the golden basslet is considered one of the most expensive species. The market price for a healthy golden basslet can easily reach several $1,000s in certain auctions. Its price has even exceeded $8,000. The driving force behind this price is not just its rarity, but is also closely related to the difficulty of capture, because they prefer to live in coral reef caves at depths of 20 to 60 meters. Catching them requires professional diving equipment and extensive experience, while ensuring that the ecological impact on the reef is minimized. Furthermore, to ensure survival rates during transport, specialized water quality maintenance is required, along with high-level husbandry techniques, which further drives up the costs. In recent years, due to climate change, coral bleaching phenomena, and marine pollution caused by human activities, golden basslet populations are facing a further decline. This not only threatens the species itself, but also has a significant impact on the entire coral reef ecosystem. To protect this precious species, various international organizations and research institutions are working hard to strengthen the protection of its habitat, while encouraging sustainable fishing and trade practices. For instance, CITES has already listed the golden basslet for protection, restricting its international trade. Some aquarium hobbyists and breeding facilities are also actively attempting to develop more efficient captive breeding techniques to reduce reliance on wild populations. When you first hear the name Bladefin Basslet, would you subconsciously assume it is a breed of fox? In reality, It corresponds to a very high-value fish. The Bladefin Basslet gets its name from its unique dorsal fin, which resembles a sharp blade, glinting coldly in the deep sea at 150 meters. The body of this fish is white, adorned with vivid orange stripes. This unique color scheme makes them particularly eye-catching in the deep sea environment. The Bladefin Basslet is relatively small in size. They typically range from 3 to 5 centimeters in size, with the largest not exceeding 7.8 centimeters. However, their small stature does not stop them from becoming the top choice for aquarium enthusiasts. In the ornamental fish market, the price of the Bladefin Basslet has always remained sky-high because they live in the deep sea. Capturing them is extremely difficult. Consequently, their numbers are limited, and naturally, the price has risen like a tide. According to market data, the selling price for an average Bladefin Basslet is often over $10,000. In certain special cases or at auctions, the price can even soar to tens of thousands of dollars. For the average consumer, such a price is undoubtedly an astronomical figure. But for aquarium hobbyists and collectors, the unique charm and rarity of the Bladefin Basslet make them worth every penny. However, buying a Bladefin Basslet is only the easiest first step. The real challenge lies in the care that follows. Since they come from deep sea environments, they have extremely high requirements for water quality and temperature. First, the Bladefin Basslet needs to live in a low-temperature environment, usually requiring water temperatures to be kept between 20 and 24 degrees Celsius. This requirement makes many home aquariums struggle to meet their survival conditions, necessitating extra investment in professional temperature control equipment. Secondly, they are very strict about water quality. The pH level needs to stay between 8.0 and 8.4, while the hardness must be controlled between 6 and 10. To satisfy these conditions, keepers must regularly test the water and take corresponding measures to adjust it. Furthermore, the Bladefin Basslet is a carnivorous fish, requiring live prey or animal-based feed. This not only increases the cost of keeping them, but also requires the keeper to possess a certain level of fish keeping knowledge and skill. Despite the high difficulty of keeping the Bladefin Basslet, there are still many enthusiasts willing to put in the effort. However, due to human interference and environmental destruction, their natural habitat is facing serious threats. Factors like water pollution, ocean acidification, and habitat loss have begun to impact their ecological environment. If these issues are not effectively resolved, the Bladefin Basslet may face the risk of extinction. Hearing a name like Peppermint Angelfish, it is truly hard to associate it with a fish. It sounds more like a title for a fairy or spirit. The Peppermint Angelfish is compact in size, usually not exceeding 7 centimeters in length. This makes them appear exceptionally nimble as they swim through the water. Their body colors are vivid and eye-catching, with alternating stripes of red, white, and yellow, creating a unique visual effect that is truly unforgettable. Their fins and tails are even more colorful, with edges showing hints of pale yellow or light blue, forming a sharp contrast with the red and white patches of the body. This makes the Peppermint Angelfish, as it swims, look like a flowing rainbow, a beauty beyond words. Not only is the Peppermint Angelfish beautiful, but its market value is also jaw-dropping. It is reported that its market price is usually around $30,000. United States market, the price of a single Peppermint Angelfish is roughly equivalent to a brand new family sedan, showing just how precious it is. This high price has turned it into a luxury item for wealthy aquarium enthusiasts. Many breeding facilities use it as a selling point for high-end aquariums, and some aquariums even compete to display them, and do not hesitate to spend a fortune to acquire them. Of course, such a staggering price tag is not just for show, but for its extraordinary beauty. You should know that Peppermint Angelfish are mainly distributed around the Cook Islands and Rarotonga, living in reef areas at depths of 55 to 120 meters. In these regions, corals are scarce, but the terrain is filled with rugged reefs and numerous caves, providing an ideal hiding place for the Peppermint Angelfish. However, it is precisely this unique habitat that makes catching them extremely difficult, further driving up their rarity and value. Moreover, because they are naturally shy and love to hide among rocky crevices, when keeping them in an aquarium, one must provide plenty of hiding spots. Additionally, the Peppermint Angelfish is extremely high maintenance. The water must be kept slightly alkaline, with a pH value between 8.1 and 8.4, and a water temperature between 24 and 27 degrees Celsius. To meet these strict conditions, owners must use seawater or synthetic salt water to raise the Peppermint Angelfish, while ensuring stable water quality. Furthermore, they require high-quality animal-based feed to satisfy their nutritional needs, such as brine shrimp and bloodworms. This makes breeding Peppermint Angelfish an incredibly complex and high-cost endeavor. Despite this, its beauty and rarity continue to attract countless enthusiasts who pursue them like the Holy Grail. The stingray is a relative of the shark. First appearing in the Jurassic period of the Mesozoic era, does not that sound incredibly majestic? However, the polka dot stingray is far from being a monster of the deep. Instead, it has become a highly prized ornamental fish. The polka dot stingray has a unique physique, shaped like a circular disc. Its disc diameter can reach up to 60 centimeters, while its tail is long, slender, and flexible like a whip. Its base color is mostly black, adorned with white polka dots of varying sizes on the disc, looking like a masterpiece meticulously painted by Mother Nature. Even more amazing is that these polka dots are not set in stone. They adjust according to changes in environmental color and brightness, constantly shifting. This allows the polka dot stingray to display different styles of beauty under various lighting conditions. In the ornamental fish market, the price of the polka dot stingray once soared to jaw-dropping heights. In the early years, due to overfishing and a lack of captive breeding, their numbers plummeted, leading to a severe supply-demand imbalance in the market. Naturally, the price skyrocketed. At certain auctions, a top-tier polka dot stingray could even fetch an astronomical price of $100,000. Such a price is enough to make a luxury car pale in comparison. By contrast, the common aquarium fish, worth dozens or hundreds of dollars, seem insignificant in front of a polka dot stingray. The polka dot stingray commands such an exorbitant price not only for its rarity and unique appearance, but also for its distinct physiological traits. They possess a special defense mechanism, a venomous barb on the tail. This barb evolved from placoid scales, containing grooves inside. When facing an enemy, it strikes with its tail barb and injects venom through the grooves. This venom is a neurotoxin and is extremely potent. If one is accidentally stung, the consequences are unimaginable. Therefore, when keeping a polka dot stingray, one must be extra cautious to avoid accidents. Although the polka dot stingray comes with a hefty price tag and carries a certain level of danger, many aquarium enthusiasts remain absolutely head over heels for them. Under the right conditions, the polka dot stingray can quickly adapt to a new environment, showcasing its peak aesthetic appeal. Consequently, in regions like Guangdong and Hainan, many facilities have begun mass breeding the polka dot stingray to satisfy the growing market demand. Through scientific breeding techniques and meticulous management, the yield and quality of these stingrays have seen a significant boost. This has effectively reduced the losses incurred during long-distance transportation from their original habitats. Can you imagine a single fish being worth an entire house? This is not some fictional drama script. It is the true status and value of the platinum arowana. The platinum arowana belongs to the Osteoglossidae family and is a rare variant of the Asian arowana. It possesses a slender body and vibrant coloration, most notably its striking silvery white scales. The fish's body reflects a dazzling light, evoking thoughts of noble, luxurious platinum. Its scales are hard and brilliant in texture, while its fins often display a golden luster. This unique appearance has made the platinum arowana a highly sought-after prize among aquarium hobbyists and the wealthy alike. On the market, a pair of adult platinum arowanas can often cost tens of thousands of dollars. In fact, some exceptionally high-quality specimens can break the $400,000 mark. Therefore, even with international trade bans in place, poachers continue to risk it all for such a lucrative catch. The exorbitant price of the platinum arowana is certainly no coincidence. Its extreme rarity is the primary reason for its high cost, according to incomplete statistics. On a global scale, the number of purebred platinum arowanas is extremely limited. Each one is like a rare, priceless treasure, meticulously cared for within its aquarium. This scarcity allows the platinum arowana to stand in a league of its own, becoming a true symbol of wealth and status. In Thailand, Indonesia, and southern China, the platinum arowana is regarded as a symbol of good luck and prosperity. It is imbued with mystical meanings of warding off evil and inviting fortune. In the practice of feng shui, due to its gold or white body color, it aligns with the metal element which generates water. Thus, it is believed to possess powerful wealth, attracting energy, becoming a favorite feng shui fish among the billionaire elite. Of course, raising a platinum arowana is an art in itself, requiring high levels of professional skill and patience. They prefer a quiet environment and are sensitive to light. They need about 8 hours of light daily to promote metabolism and maintain healthy body coloration. The water quality requirements are also incredibly strict. The pH value must be kept between 6.5 and 7.5. The water temperature must remain constant, with variations not exceeding 2 degrees Celsius during water changes, to avoid stressing or harming the fish. These tedious maintenance requirements undoubtedly increase the cost of keeping a platinum arowana, further driving up its market value. The exact origin of the platinum arowana remains an unsolved mystery to this day. Some viewpoints suggest that they are the result of leucism or albinism in arowanas. However, this theory is not universally accepted, as while the platinum arowana is snowy white, it is not entirely devoid of pigment. Its fins can sometimes show hints of white, yellow, or red, which differs from a typical albino animal. A more widely held view is that the platinum arowana should be regarded as a distinctive albino animal, rather than a naturally white one. It may lack an enzyme needed to synthesize certain pigments, causing its entire body to appear white, and because it cannot mask the color of blood vessels in the iris, its eyes appear red. This unique genetic combination sets the platinum arowana apart within the Arowana family, making it a truly rare prize. In most people's minds, koi may seem like an ordinary fish gliding around a pond, colorful, lively, and charming. But what if we told you one koi once sold for as much as $1.87 million US? Would that leave you stunned? At that price, you could buy a luxury villa or a top-tier supercar. Koi are a fish species that originated in China and were later introduced to Japan. Since ancient times, koi have symbolized nobility and wealth. In many cultural events, koi often play a major role, especially the legend of the koi leaping the dragon gate, which tells of a koi swimming against the current and ultimately transforming into a dragon. It represents the journey of striving for excellence and making dreams real. This cultural meaning makes koi more than just an ornamental fish. They also symbolize perseverance and success in life. As a result, owning a prized koi also reflects the owner's taste and social standing. There are many varieties of koi, with vivid colors and elegant forms. Common colors include red, white, black, blue, yellow, and many more. Paired with distinctive patterns, they have become beloved decorative fish in ponds, gardens, and courtyards. They are widely cherished as living ornaments. The koi that set the $1.87 million US record was named S Legend and measured 101 centimeters in length. It was massive, with white skin and a large red patch on its head. That marking is considered a hallmark of top-grade koi. In the end, it was acquired by a collector in Taiwan for the staggering sum of $1.87 million US. At the time, it became the world's most expensive koi. Of course, koi prices are not set at random. Their value is shaped by multiple factors. First is the purity of the breed and its lineage, especially for Japanese koi. Their breed standards are extremely strict, and pure bloodline koi are particularly expensive. Second, a koi body shape and overall health directly affect its market value. Koi require long-term, careful rearing. To achieve their ideal form, they can typically grow to about 1 meter long, weighing roughly 10 to 15 kilograms. Third, a koi colors and patterning are key to judging its aesthetic value. Koi with rich colors and strong symmetry often sell for premium prices. Over the past few decades, the craze for collecting koi has only intensified, especially in Japan, China, and the United States. In the ponds of many upscale gardens and luxury residential areas, you can often spot koi, and the koi auction market has grown into a vast industry chain. Every year, Japan hosts large-scale koi auctions, such as the Kyoto Koi Auction and the Nagoya Koi Auction. They draw in large numbers of wealthy buyers and collectors, and the final prices can be jaw-dropping. Deals of $1 million US are not uncommon, and sometimes they go even higher. However, breeding koi is anything but easy, especially those high-priced varieties, which require meticulous care and management. Koi have very high requirements for water quality, temperature, and food. Once mismanaged, the fish's health suffers, and its market value can even take a massive nosedive. Therefore, for those collectors who own high-value koi, raising fish is not just a hobby, but an art form that demands immense time and energy. At an auction in 2019, a bluefin tuna weighing 276 kilograms sold for a staggering $3.18 million US, sending shockwaves through the entire seafood market. This price not only set a new Guinness World Record, but also thrust the rare bluefin tuna species back into the spotlight of public attention. The bluefin tuna, belonging to the family Scomberdae of the order Perciformes, is one of the largest members of the tuna family. Adult bluefin tuna can reach up to 3 meters in length and weigh over 400 kilograms, although the individuals usually caught by humans typically weigh around 100 kilograms. Even at this weight, they are enough to be considered a rare delicacy on the market. The flesh of the bluefin tuna is exceptionally fresh, appearing pale red, and is rich in oils and proteins. Its high content of DHA, magnesium, and calcium, which are essential nutrients for the human body, makes it a highly sought-after prize for gourmets. However, it is precisely this mouth-watering nutritional value and delicious taste that has caused the bluefin tuna to face unprecedented fishing pressure. Historically, the harvesting of bluefin tuna can be traced back to 1864. The number caught annually by Italian fishermen once reached as high as 14,020 fish, with each weighing nearly 200 kilograms. However, with the continuous advancement of ocean fishing and freezing technologies, the catch of bluefin tuna increased dramatically, especially the capture of juveniles, leading to a rapid decline in population numbers. By the 1980s, the bluefin tuna catch in the Eastern Pacific had already decreased significantly, and by 2001, Italy's annual catch was only about 100 fish, with weights dropping to around 30 kilograms. You should know that bluefin tuna have a long maturation period, usually requiring about 4 years to reach sexual maturity. Furthermore, due to their schooling nature, juveniles often live with other Scombridae species, seeking sanctuary in numbers. But even so, they find it hard to escape human pursuit, as the number of adults declines and juveniles cannot fully grow into adulthood. The bluefin tuna population is plummeting, further exacerbating the supply-demand gap. To protect this rare species, the international community has made unremitting efforts. In 2009, the European Commission proposed listing the bluefin tuna as an internationally endangered species. Although initially opposed by countries like Japan, through persistent efforts, the bluefin tuna was finally, in 2011, officially listed on the International Endangered Species Protection List. However, despite having international protection, the bluefin tuna still faces severe challenges. Factors such as marine pollution and climate change are all threatening their survival. Furthermore, illegal fishing and smuggling still occur from time to time, posing significant difficulties for conservation work. Whales, these massive and unique marine mammals, are not only the largest living animals on Earth, they are also a keystone species within marine ecosystems. According to the latest research, the contribution of whales to slowing climate change has now been quantified, and their value to humanity is remarkably high. Among many other wild animals, they rank first. The largest whale species alive today is the blue whale. A single whale is valued at roughly $4 million, which is about 130 million new Taiwan dollars. More common whale species, such as sperm whales, can still be worth around $2 million. The reason whales are assigned such high economic value is mainly because within ecosystems, they play a unique role by consuming enormous amounts of food, especially plankton. Whales convert it into a massive amount of biomass. Not only do they, during their life and growth, absorb large amounts of carbon, but their remains and waste as well can sink to the seafloor after death, locking substantial carbon away in the deep ocean. Scientific studies show that, over a lifetime, a whale can absorb and store an amount of carbon comparable to tens of millions of trees. Through this process, whales not only make an enormous contribution to the global ecosystem, they also help slow the pace of global warming. And among whales, there is one species known as ocean gold, the sperm whale. Its value is even harder to measure. Sperm whales live across the world's major oceans, especially in the southern oceans surrounding Antarctica. With a population of around 12,000, they can absorb large amounts of carbon output and convert it into life energy. Each year, the presence of sperm whales helps reduce roughly 200,000 tons of carbon emissions. That equals the absorption of several million tons of carbon dioxide. Scientists estimate that the lifetime carbon storage of a sperm whale can reach several million tons, making it a key player in mitigating climate change. But the true value of the sperm whale goes far beyond its role in climate regulation. Ambergris produced inside the sperm whale is an exceptionally rare substance. Ambergris is a waxy material secreted during the sperm whale's digestive process and expelled from the body. It carries extremely high medicinal and fragrance value. As early as ancient records in China, it was documented that the price of a single piece of ambergris far exceeded the same weight in gold. In modern times, even though whaling technology has become highly advanced, the price of ambergris still stays sky high. Its current market price is about over 1,000 new Taiwan dollars per gram. Its rarity and the high added value it brings have made the sperm whale a true ocean gold. This substance is used not only in the production of perfumes and fragrances, but also has unique applications in medicine. For a long time, it has been a luxury item in high-end markets. It is also worth noting that, although the sperm whale has extremely high economic value, overhunting and environmental pollution once caused its numbers to plummet historically. As a result, governments and international organizations have introduced a range of measures to protect these marine giants on the brink of extinction. Alright, that wraps up everything in today's episode. Of the top 10 most expensive fish we covered today, which one left the biggest impression on you? Feel free to tell us in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Thank you for watching. See you next time.